There is a long trip between the start and the final form of like super long trip of the film. So it's really like, again, as I always say, it's not a snap moment. It never is. Obviously, it's really more like a process where you connect the dots, you know, that you have between desires. Like you think you have an idea for a scene, you don't know what you're going to do about it, but you like it. You have an image, you don't know what you do about it, but you like it. For me, the first impulse that I can tell you that I want to talk about love, in my way, obviously, that is, yeah, that shows that, because for me it's really hard to talk about love. I was really reluctant to put any words on this, and that's actually why there are so few words in the film. I think the words that remain are really the essential ones, but there is not much more than that. And yeah, that was a huge challenge for me to tackle like frontally this topic, because for me it's really like I can't talk about love without talking about something unconditional, and that implies accepting the other one for their essence and not for what they represent. And so coming from that, I knew that would be the ending of my film, because I knew I wanted to end on that, because somehow I needed an optimistic ending. I wanted something hopeful at the end. And then I had to develop in the other way to the beginning that I knew was going to be incredibly dark and way more baroque, you know, and very violent, deprived of humanity and love and stuff, in order to get from the one. And in between, there are 5 years. Well, for me, it was very obvious from the start that I was gonna go with non-professional actors, because I did not want anyone to project anything on my character, in order to accept her transformation and not to see it as a disguise. And so with my director of casting, we started casting like male and female actors and actresses, because I wanted someone who was androgynous, but I did not mention, like, for me it could have been like one or the other. The important thing is that the person was androgynous and could bear all the different looks that Alexia Adrian has during the film. So basically we made a research on Instagram on androgynous models. And that's actually how I came to Agathe. But yet I knew there was going to be still a lot of work afterwards, because even if the person doesn't talk much, it doesn't mean that they don't have to act. And so it took a year with Agathe of a lot of rehearsing around other scenes from other movies, because she didn't have lines, obviously. And in order to, like, you know, see what I could get from her, to help her like react to things, because it's also something that is quite hard when you haven't done anything before. And considering the whole physicality of the film, obviously she took dance lessons. We did a lot of fights in the dojos, that she had to learn how to fight, because she didn't know how to fight. And she had to look like confident in it, so it had a lot of boxing and all that. The obvious one is Pasolini. Pasolini is really like a director I discovered when I was, in my teens. Actually, probably at the same period I discovered Cronenberg. Or actually, that's a mix in my head, I don't know. But I do believe that, because it was like at a moment where I didn't know I was going to make movies in my life. That's actually not even what I wanted to do, but I was struck by the fact that the guy was so free in his film. I do believe that's the only way you can grow up, but as a society, because deep down I think our society is monstrous as well, and we always tend to blame others for that and for our own faults, and I think like no one grows up like that. Monstrosity has always been something positive for me, just because it defies the norm, you know? And yet it's funny, because people are so scared of it all the time, and this is pure freedom, actually. So accepting it is just accepting your freedom outside of any determinism and outside of the looks of society or others on you, you know?